Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to today's video. Today we're doing my March TBR. And yeah, we're going to be doing my March TBR game where I pick a number out of this cup and that corresponds to a different other cup, and then I pick a book from the cup. That's what we're doing. I've got 4 shelves here. You can just see the first 2. The rest are on the bottom shelves, but basically I've got a whole shelf of fantasy. I've also got another very large stack over here of mostly fantasy as well. It's just on the floor because I can't fit it on the shelves. And then on here, this is my romance, young adult, and sci-fi. And then all my literary fiction is down on this shelf. And then I have nonfiction and like sequels and stuff and memoirs on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get started. February, I did pretty good. I am still in February right now. So I have read, out of the 6 on my TBR, I think I've completed 4 of them, and I'm working on the 5th right now. I should finish that by the end of the month. I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday left, so I've got 4 days left to finish this book right here. This is Billy Summers by Stephen King. It is a, I guess it's a thriller, but it's not quite thrilling yet because I'm only on page 63. Yeah. 63 is chapter 5, so I've just kind of started this one, but I should finish this in the next 4 days. I think I'm going to do it on audio as well so that I can get through it a little quicker. Not that I like want to get through it quicker. I'm liking it. I just like have other things that I like also want to do right now. I've been doing like mini Lego sets, and I want to listen to audiobook while I do my mini Lego sets. Anyone else love mini Lego sets? I don't know. They're not actually Lego brand. They're like other brand, but the pieces are so small. I don't know. I'm enjoying them right now. So that's what I've been doing a lot. But I've also have read 5 books so far this month. The other book that I haven't started on my TBR from last month is A Man Called Ove. This one's relatively short. It is, yeah, under 300 pages. This is also my book club book for March. So I'm actually just going to roll it over to March. I don't know if I will finish it this month or not. There's a possibility that I could like speed through the rest of Billy Summers and then read this, or do that one on audio and read this one in person in the next 4 days. Totally possible. I'm not sure if I will get to it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and say I probably will not at the moment. So I'm going to roll this over to March. It is my book club book and it's short, so it's not going to like put a damper on the rest of the books that I pick. So we're going to do 6 prompts. The other books that I finished, I read Pride and Prejudice from this baby. Finally read one of them. So I have 5 more books in this giant guy left. So I need to put Sense and Sensibility actually in the cup. Just grab them all so I don't have to keep bending down. I read The Women, 5 stars, emotional. I kind of saw like one thing coming, but then another one I was like, that's not going to happen. So, and it kept me like, I was like, okay, there's some twist coming, etc. But it's also about like grief and PTSD and like women. Very good. I also read The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, which is another Vietnam War book. This is from a man's perspective and this is from a women's perspective. I was thinking about doing a video like comparing the two. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. The sentiment is very similar. They're just from different points of view and obviously like different detail, and they're written quite differently, but I really enjoyed both of these books. I did read Ledge as well. This is a fantasy book. I went and bought the second one, so I do have that. And then I ended up DNFing this. This was a rollover from January that I just was not vibing with. I think I read 274 pages of it. It just wasn't that good. I mean, it's fine. I just didn't care about the characters anymore and was like, I'd rather read my other books right now than read this. So I decided to just stop reading it. And why torture myself? It wasn't torture. It's not the worst book ever. I just was like, meh, I don't care about these characters. I don't care about like the plot line. So I DNF'd it. Not my, like, I just don't love romance either, because if the whole plot is romance, I'm just not really into it. There's rarely like romance books that I like love. I have some on the shelf here, but these are all ones that I actually think will be ones that I like. I thought this too. This was I bought this on a whim. Anyway, that's not it for this video. So out of last month, I will finish 5 of the 6 on my TBR, A Man Called Ove. I have not finished. And I did do one Rude read off of Kindle Unlimited, and that was Heartless Hunter. I finished that last night, and the ending was really good. So I don't have the next one yet, but if I'm gonna put it into the series jar, and if it pulls up, then I will buy it on Kindle, because I don't own the first one physically. So I'll just buy it on Kindle, because I don't need to own them all physically. Anyway, there we go. Let's go ahead and pick for next month. So this is kind of a preview of how I do the TBR jar. So I've got like my little notebook here, and I just cut out little pieces of paper from the bottom of a sheet that I've like used part of. So like this was from planning out my reading journal video, and there's space on the bottom. So I'm just using that paper at the bottom to write out little slips for Sense and Sensibility, which is the next Jane Austen novel I want to read, and The Crimson Moth for my series jar, so that I can read that one and don't have to, because I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to get it on Kindle, and I'm not going to buy it until I'm going to read it. So yeah, anyway, The Crimson Moth. So we can put those into the jars that they belong in. I guess I could put this also in non-physical book, but I don't own it yet, and I'd rather just read ones that I actually own the physical book of. These are my little craft scissors. Like, how adorable are these? They're for like, I got these for cutting up, open like the little bags for diamond paintings, which I also love to do with an audiobook. Right now I am more into the Legos, but my hobbies include Stardew Valley. Currently I'm playing Stardew Valley. I am sometimes playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I'm not like, you know, obsessed with it at the moment. Crap, I need to read what these actually say. Okay, so this is Sense and Sensibility. That goes in jar 1, and The Crimson Moth goes in jar 5. Okay, yeah, so I'm currently into little Legos, diamond painting, baseball's back, but they're on during the day right now, which is nice because I can like listen to it while I work, because I do have a job actually. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start. And this is, so this jar has, or this cup, it's a mug really, it has numbers 1 through 5 in it, or 1 through 6. 1 is a physical book, 2 is a non-physical book, so Kindle, Kindle Unlimited audio. 3 is prompt, which I use the prompt jar that my boyfriend made me for Christmas right now. Number 4 is 25 and 25, one of those books, and then 5 is continuous series, 6 is free pick. There's only one book on here that I need to get on for my own personal challenge, which is to read the best book that was published the year before by one of Goodreads lists that I'm using. So that's on here. So the max TBR will be 7. I'm not going to include A Man Called Ove, because I do think I'll be finishing that like at the end of this month or the beginning of the next. But even if it is, it's okay. All right, let's see. First prompt, first number is number 1. So that is a physical book. So this is my physical book jar. It has the name of every single physical book that I own. Not every one I own, because some of them are read and other ones are like seasonal, or like I'm just not in the mood for. I have another shelf on another bookshelf of books that I haven't read, but mostly they're like summer romances or like Christmas books and stuff. So let's go ahead and pick out this one. Hopefully it is a good one. It is, oh, Happy Place. Okay. By Emily Henry. This is a new book to me. This is, I got this because I know one of my boyfriend's prompts is to read a book that takes place in Maine or Connecticut, and this happens to take place in Maine. So I did buy it for that purpose, because I was worried that the other books I had were too similar to other books that I want to read, and so I don't want to end up with like The Frozen River and The Nightingale in one month. So those are both historical fictions set a bit around, well, not really around the same time, but yeah. But Happy Place. So we'll be reading Happy Place by Emily Henry. So Harriet and Wynne have been the perfect couple since they met in college. They go together like salt and pepper, honey and tea, lobster and rolls. That's the main thing. Except now, for reasons they're still not discussing, they don't. They broke up 5 months ago, and they still haven't told their best friends, which is when they find themselves sharing a bedroom at a Maine cottage that has been their friend group's yearly getaway for the past decade. So I think it's like fake dating. Like they break up and then they're fake dating, and maybe it's their like getting back together of the romance, or maybe it's not. I don't really know. This is an Emily Henry. I've never read Emily Henry, so I am excited to read this one. Okay, great. That'll be our first book. So I'm just gonna put the little guy here. I usually sit on the floor, but I'm trying something new because I don't know, lighting. We'll see. Okay, the next one is 5. So this is continuous series. This is the one, it says Gold Digger on it. Gold Digger, not Gold Digger. Definitely not Gold Digger. Okay, so I've got one. I'm in the middle of like maybe like 15-ish, 10 to 15 series. This is, yes, oh, I'm so excited. It says Emily Wilde on it. I'm so excited to read the next Emily Wilde book. That is right here. I have the 3rd one. I pre-ordered it, but I haven't had a chance to read this one yet, so I can't read that. But I'm very, very excited about this one. Yes! Can you guys tell how happy and excited I am? I've been wanting to read this. So this is the 2nd book in the Emily Wilde Encyclopedia Fairy series. It's a trilogy, so after this there'll be one more and then that's it. I'm happy to like finish the series I've started. But yes, okay. So this is about a professor at Oxford, and the first book she went and traveled to a like foreign land to study their fae. She's writing an encyclopedia of all types of fae. And she has an encounter with the royal fae, which are like the humanoid type of fae. And basically it's like it's just a cozy fantasy, and I'm so excited to see where it goes next. There is a little romance in it, but it's not really a romance yet, but you can tell it's probably gonna be. I'm so excited to read this. Oh my god, yay. Okay, this is starting out pretty good. I like to also have a very big variety of books on my TBR. I don't want like all fantasy, all romance. I like to have different things because I also like to read different books at the same time. I feel like I will get bored if I stay with one story for too long. If it's not, like, I've definitely read books in one sitting, but mostly I like to like mix it up. So that's so exciting. Okay, yay, I'm so excited. Anything else that I get, I'll be like, okay, fine. Unless it's one book on here that I think is very long. Number 1 again, so another physical book. I used to have like a rule I had to get like a Kindle Unlimited book, but I can just mood read a Kindle Unlimited book. That's fine. That's what I've been doing the last couple of months. So that's why I read Heartless Hunter. It wasn't on my TBR, but I did read it. This is a little one. Let's see. What's it gonna be? The Silent Patient. Okay. This is a different genre. I haven't read anything by Alex Michaelides. That is on the 3rd shelf here. Let's see if I can grab it out. The Silent Patient. This is about a woman who seems to have a good life and then one day shoots her husband in the face and then never talks about it, never talks again. Like she never speaks. And so I think it's like the therapist who's helping her, or yeah, criminal psychotherapist Theo Faber is captivated by Alice's story. I've never read anything by this author, so I am excited to read it. This is the same genre of the challenge book, but I don't mind because I've had this on my dictionary. I'm just so excited about Emily Wilde. This has been on my TBR for a while. It's one of the first books that I bought off of like, you know, Book Talk or BookTube or whatever, people talking about. So I'm excited to read this one. A few of my friends have read it and they liked it. So looks like it's different text in here, maybe some mixed media, which would be cool. Okay, that's the 3rd book. Number 4, I'm hoping for a 3 or a 6. I'm really hoping for a 6 so I can get the book that I need to read on my TBR. It's a 3. So 3 is a prompt, and 3 is my boyfriend's TBR jar that he made me. So I'm just gonna take the first one that's sticking out. I think it came out a little bit when I took those flowers out. The Lego flowers. He also got me the Lego flowers that I made and then put in the thing. So it's actually it's supposed to be a vase. But it's like a book shaped. Very thoughtful. Love him. Okay. Line up your current TBR, count how many, and then text me to pick a number between 1 and the number of books you counted. Then he puts a little I love you at the end. Love you too, babe. Okay, so I have to count them all. This is going to be embarrassing. One moment. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I counted there are 78 books on my physical TBR right here, including everything on the shelf as well as everything on the floor. I'm gonna I have to use my phone. I'm using my phone to film at the moment, so I gotta text him and we'll see what number he comes up with, but 1 through 78. I feel like this is also a way for me to expose myself to him. But yeah, I'll text him right now. Hopefully he'll text right back. He usually does. He's working, but you know, he has his phone on him, so we'll see. Okay, so he did text right back, and I think I didn't give him any context. I just said pick number 1 through 78, and he picked 69. So I don't think he knew what this was for, which I think is amazing. Okay, let's count them out. I'm counting them like across and then down. So like this is like 1, 2, or 1, 2 through whatever, and then here. So all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 65, 67, 68, 69. No, I'm not upset about this. This has just been on my TBR a few times. So it is 6 of Crows. I have had this on my TBR many times and have not read it. I don't know why, because I love the Grishaverse. I did. And I also think that this is split up into like sections, which I appreciate. So like there's, yeah, and I like books that are, especially they're like pretty even. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Probably not, but it has like different sections. So it's like section 1, section 2. And I like reading a book like that, like finish a section, feel accomplished, continue, or do something else or whatever. I am excited to read this. I've just been intimidated from it for so long because, like, I watched the show, of course. I read the books a while ago. I've read them more than once. And I never read this book because it was, like, different from the Grishaverse, but people do have magic in this one, too. So, I don't know. It's intimidating to me. A lot of people love it. People love this more than they like Shadow and Bone, which I love Shadow and Bone, so I don't know why I wouldn't like this. I don't know. Okay, that's 4. 5. The 5th prompt, or the 5th number, please be a 6. It's a 2. So 2 is a non-physical book. And that is gonna be this cup right here. It's just pretty flowers. I think I got this at a yard sale many, many years ago. 2. I'm gonna go with the one that my finger is touching the most, this one. And it says, One Dark Window. Ooh, okay, I've been wanting to read this book for forever. That's very exciting. It's definitely one that I have, like, again, I'm slightly intimidated by it because people love it so much, but I'm hoping that I love it so much too. I love dark academia. I love dark fantasy. Ninth House was one of my favorites last year. So I'm very excited to read this one, One Dark Window. Yay. But I'm also scared. I don't know why. I'm also scared. Okay, last one. Hopefully it's a 6 and I can pick the book that I have to read anyway for my own challenge. And that is this number right here, or maybe a 25 and 25 because I don't have that. 4, which is 25 and 25. Okay, so this is the little jar. It is a Wonder Woman mug. I don't have any 25 and 25 unless the Silent Patient is on there, which it might be. Yeah. And A Man Called Ove is, Billy Summers is, and Pride and Prejudice was, so I'm technically caught up. I need to read like 2 a month, obviously, but let's see. Let's go with this one. This says The 7-Year Slip, which I'm pretty excited to read. Okay, this is a pretty good month, I think. It is different genres, so that's good. And this one has magical realism in it, and if there's like a romance book that has magical realism, I tend to like it a little bit more. So I am excited to read this one. It is about a girl who inherits an apartment, and her dead aunt says not to fall in love, but then there happens to be a man who's 7 years in the past in the apartment. I don't really know why he would be there. Hopefully they're not related. That would be weird. But there's like some sort of time issue going on, and they fall in love, obviously, and then they have to figure out that issue. So we'll see. But we have the 7-Year Slip. We have One Dark Window, which I'm pretty stoked for. Six of Crows, which I will read it this month. I will. I have to. The Silent Patient, which is a like mystery thriller type book. Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. Very excited about that one. Happy Place by Emily Henry. And the last book that I have to pick, because it is for my own challenge, is Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. This is a mystery thriller, and I tend to like them. And Stephen King, Leanne Moriarty, Alex Michaelides, Alice Feeney all blurbed this on the back. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it has a good average rating. It was apparently the best book that was published in March of last year. I think the list I'm going off of was added to most shelves. So I don't know if that's like a red shelf or a TBR shelf or something like that, but added to most shelves. So, and it was a GMA book club book. So we'll see. I'm excited to read this. It's not super long. It's almost 300. It looks maybe exactly, no, it's like 307, 308, something like that. It's just over 300 pages, so it'll be pretty quick read. So I am excited to read it. I was hoping to get it on the TBR without, like as one of the 6, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm doing a little traveling this month, and I'm not sure if any of these are available as audiobooks on Audible or Everand, like for free. So we'll have to see. But yeah, pretty excited. I think this is a really decent TBR. It has a different genres. It has some romance, which is more than I usually do, some fantasy, and a couple of mystery thrillers. So I'm excited about this. Let me know, what do you guys think? What are you reading in the month of March? I am excited to read these books. We'll see what I mood read. I don't have to mood read Kindle Unlimited because I have a Kindle Unlimited on the TBR, so that's good. So I can mood read anything I want. We'll see what I do. Maybe I'll do the next Heartless Hunter book, Crimson Moth, anyway. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to buy a book that I've already, like I don't need to buy another book when I have this many. And I have ones that I own on my Kindle as well. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you are reading in the month of March. I'm pretty excited about this stack of books. It's very diverse, which I appreciate. We've got 2 fantasy, 3 fantasy, 2 mystery thriller, and 2 romances. And that's like pretty much what I read, except science fiction. I do read a lot of science fiction as well. But you can see my stack here. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys.